All right, guys, I hope you're as excited as I am about this season for rhododendrons. Now, this obviously is my true passion. I love rhododendrons. I can't get enough of them. We've got probably over 200 varieties now here, and geez, it's got to be in the thousands of plants on the landscape and in the greenhouse here. So we're headed into spring. It's March 7th today. It is my old man's birthday. Happy birthday, Dad. Happy 65, buddy. We've got some rhododendrons here just about ready to start blooming. This is Snow Lady, and she's one of the first to open up for the season, or always has been on this landscape. However, I've got some new varieties now that are starting to open up sooner, and that's always my goal here, is to get out there into the nurseries and try to collect rhododendron varieties that bloom earlier and earlier and bloom later and later. We've got almost 6 months of bloom time here at the nursery, which I absolutely love. Well, let's see. March, April, May, June, July, 5 months. So we're getting there, almost 6 months. But you can actually collect varieties and eventually get it where you got things blooming year round. Of course, it's a little sparse in the fall, but this one's even sooner. This is McNabii, or McNabii. Anyway, this is a beautiful variety, very fragrant, and I mean, when you smell this plant, when it starts opening up, and it's a mature plant, it fills that area with just a wonderful fragrance. And it's real early in the year. Like I said, we're in just the beginning of March here, and it's already starting to open up. And like I said, it's 31 degrees I think out today, or 32 or something like that. It's still raining. I don't know how that's happening, but it is definitely cold, and that guy's just starting to peek out. Now, one thing I like about the earlier blooming rhododendrons is they bloom obviously earlier in the year or in the season, so it's cooler. So the buds, everything happens slower. The buds open more slowly and they bloom for a longer period of time. Now, the one disadvantage is sometimes you can get a hard frost or a hard freeze and it'll zap them, but you know, as long as everything just kind of moves smoothly through the year. And in the Pacific Northwest, we don't, sometimes we have, well, a lot of the time we have real good springs that don't freeze real hard, and so you get good luck with it. But this is rhododendron Jody that I picked up last year, and it's blooming earlier. So I'm pretty excited here. We've got some earlier blooming rhododendrons that are really gonna start taking off, and we'll be able to get some color around here. Now, you get one plant and go, okay, you got one plant on your landscape and it's starting to bloom a little earlier, but you propagate that thing. I mean, look at it. I could probably get 1,000 cuttings off of it, and you kind of dot them all across your landscape amongst all your other stuff that you've got, and you've got just color coming in everywhere, different times of the year. So man, we're headed there, guys. Rhododendrons are going to be blooming soon. This whole house is going to be lit up with color, and it's going to be on. By the way, as long as I'm showing you this little video of rhododendrons starting to bloom already, I thought I'd show you this. If you guys watched my video last year of, or last fall, of the hydrangea cuttings that I took, which I think, how are we going to do this? We'll put a little link, I think, right up in that corner. So click it and go to the hydrangea video and check that out. But if you guys watched that, you saw that I took all those cuttings, and here they are. It is March 7th, and they are starting to open up. So we got that hug point, and like I said, I labeled it hug point because that's where I gathered it. It was just a wild hydrangea on the side of the road, and it's got several beautiful little leaves starting to come out there. Same over on the other end. I think that one that I pulled up and showed you guys is not going to make it, but that's okay. We've got others. So, and then we've got the blue hydrangea. Didn't know the variety name once again, but I was able to take that cutting from a nursery down there in Oregon, and I did it because I specifically know that that is a blue rhododendron, and it was a deep blue and absolutely beautiful. The kind of blue, or I'm sorry, not rhododendron, hydrangea. The kind of blue hydrangea I've always wanted for a long time, and so I know that no matter what, if it's a soil issue or a fertilizer issue, I'm gonna get blue hydrangeas. I just need to treat the soil right, because this is a tried and true blue hydrangea. And then that's the one where I actually knew the variety, and you can see one little bit of green way back there underneath there just starting to come up. The tops may not sprout. They might have died back. They probably did rot a little bit, but you can see it coming up back there, and I think down into the soil there's some more coming up. So we'll get those planted out this year. And then we've got our Java red Weigella, and you can see the tops of them guys all starting to kind of turn green, and the little buds are swelling, and they're all starting to open up. Beautiful variety, Java red Weigella. If you can find it, get it. And then we've got our variegated Weigella, which I also love. So those guys aren't quite opening up yet, but they will be soon. They grow like wildfire. You can't hardly stop them. So anyway, pretty cool to see things opening up. All right, we'll just keep things going and update videos as they come, and we're headed on into spring.